Was that buzzing here when you were doing this?
No, it's your magnetic personality. Well, you broke it, dude.
Probably. Man, there are a lot of old people here. You guys can hear me, right? People.
It's enough.
Picture this. You're walking in the forest when you were met with a fork in the road. Obviously, you were met with a tough decision. Which way do you go? Will this decision be met with ill consequences? No. This is the same concept as presented in the famous poem, The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. Except, in that poem, there's an obvious road that is more often used. But what if there were a third choice? Ignore what seems to only be a choice of two. Make your own path and go down the middle. You're capable of going your own way. The road not taken, if you will. This is what can be used for the future of America. When thrown into the face of indifference and challenge, it is best for us to not be stumped with a fork in the road, but rather to continue moving forward. About a year ago, my grandfather, lovingly nicknamed Grumpy, had to have his leg amputated. My family believes that he had to lose it due to infections from Agent Orange, something he was exposed to during the Vietnam War. For the first month after his amputation, he had to stay in the hospital, getting used to his new ghost limb. I'm sure he's still getting used to it even after all this time. But I'm also sure that he's gotten better at moving around without it. He gave up a part of himself protecting what we have now. He made things better for himself, though, by moving forward. My family has a long line of underlying mental health conditions that have affected each and every one of their descendants, whether from indirect or direct causes. It has always been an issue for my siblings and I to continue on with our days as if nothing were wrong, as if our anxiety, depression, or ADHD didn't make us want to pull our hair out, to scream at the wrongs that were passed down through heritage. But we are all still here. We are still here because we refuse to back down, because we continue to move forward. There's 4 pages. Sit tight. I wasn't alive for it, but I'm told of the disaster and heroics that occurred on September 11, 2001. I've seen the videos and I've heard the screams. A time at which our nation was marked with a scar that would never fade. But I've also seen the mass numbers of emergency responders rushing into the way of danger, the smoke and debris that covered their clothes, the amount of people who gave their lives in order to save others. I'm sure that whenever we turn our attention to the news, we are met with nothing but evil and heartbreak. We read about our soldiers dying in the line of battle, diseases that steal lives, mass shootings and acts of terrorism. And every time these things have happened, we seem more divided than ever. We are split into made-up categories of left and right. But that's not what we are supposed to do. We are supposed to pull together, same as we did when we lost people on September 11th. We've only ever come together in the face of evil, but that shouldn't be the way it is. The title of United States wasn't given because we fall under the umbrella of a federal government. It was given to us in the hopes that we would form unity and stay as the United States, not divided by political views and beliefs, but united as citizens of America. So, where do we go from here? What is the answer to the seemingly evasive question? What happens when we are met with violence and those who oppose our way of life? As bluntly as I can put it, we must move forward. Our country did not thrive because it decided to give up in the face of indifference. It did not thrive because we wanted to back down. It thrived because we continued moving forward and refused to stay in a stagnant state. When you take a look at what has happened to all of us, the injustices and issues we have faced as a country, you'll see that we dusted ourselves off and kept moving. Through the tragedies and heartbreaks, through the soldiers we lost and people who gave up their life fighting for the ideal nation. We honor them and their sacrifice by continuing on and building the America they dreamed of. The America today may look dark and gloomy, but the America of tomorrow is more than bright. Thank you.